it's not edited. I didn't have a chance. So, thank you for coming. So we set this up to be open house style, so people are going to continue to come, but that doesn't stop us from starting to eat.
Oh, good. Oh, this is dessert.
Yeah,
We get
that
to
is-
eat dessert first.
You are welcome to eat dessert
Okay.
first
I
if
thought
you
it was
want
like
to.
a drink or something.
Well, so it can be different. So,
so
what
delicious.
you're gonna find that we started with these are appetizers. They're Indian snacks, and some of them I left the names there, and they're gonna be similar. You know, we have different chips and different spices, so a lot of them are spicy and they're really very, very good. So those are all Indian snacks, and they came from India. All right, so that's part of the appetizers. The second appetizer is chicken masala. Chicken tikka masala. So it is soaked like in a curry sauce, but we put it on skewers so we could use it as appetizers. So this is not highly spicy. So if somebody wants chicken, it has seasoning, but it would not be considered spicy. All right. And it's marinated in a curry sauce, but there's no curry that we use with it. Then the two entrees that we're doing, you probably heard of chicken biryani. But Hyderabad has their own version. This is considered a Hyderabadi chicken biryani. And when you serve it, if you just take your rice and seasonings from the top, it's gonna be mild. The more you dig down from the bottom, the more spices you're gonna pull up. So you're gonna control how spicy you want it. So if you don't want it, this is a little bit of fried onion on the top, but if you don't want something very spicy, you just take it from the top. If you want a lot of flavor, you dig down to the bottom. And we have all of this, and we have a pot like this.
Oh
So
my
we have
goodness.
chicken biryani. Then
Wow.
we have
I love the rice. It's such a long grain.
So this is
Yeah.
Hyder.
That's called basmati rice.
it's
Chicken.
basmati.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the best
Okay.
breed.
But the basmati here that you buy is not that long.
Right. So then this is palak paneer. So it's a spinach puree.
I love paneer,
Now we did
yes.
not. We decided to make this once we got to St. Mary's. Try to find paneer in St. Mary's, Pennsylvania. We use tofu.
Yeah.
So
It's a similar thing.
So when people want to make it purely vegetarian, they will use tofu. So what's interesting is, so you cook the spinach and all the spices, and then we put it in the food processor, and you make it. Remind me like of a pesto or a puree, and that's all this really is. This is a spiced spinach, and then this is tofu, and you could put that on some of the more mild rice. Or you just tear up some bread. So if you were in India, you'd make roti. It would be a fresh or a buttered naan type of bread. So you're gonna have some bread with that. Otherwise, it's gonna seem spicy. And then the dish that looks simple, but it's unbelievable what is in there. This is halim. You can make it with lamb. You can make it with beef. But we made it with beef, so everybody knows this is just beef. So you cook the beef separately with a lot of spices. We cooked it in slow cooker. Thus, it took 4 hours. They use a pressure cooker, it would take 30 minutes. So everything took us a lot longer than it would, but you cook it till it literally becomes paste. So you cook that meat all the way down.
Right.
Then in a different pot, you're doing 7 different grains. Is it lentils, dal, somebody probably has it written on there. Did we put halim on there? Yes, halim. So meat, lentils, pounded wheat. So there's 7 different, and you cook that enough that, and I'll show you, we have a little bit of left over that's not mixed in there. To me, it looks, I would use the word porridge. So this is what it looks like. So sometimes if you want something very bland, you would just eat this. And then the two of them get mixed together and then cooked again. So in Ramadan, when everyone is fasting during the day, this is considered a very high energy meal, and it's very, very popular throughout the entire month of Ramadan to be eaten because it is condensed energy, it is meats, it is protein, it is fiber, it is everything that you need in one meal. With just what we cooked, we probably used 12 onions. We used a lot of onions. We fried them. We used a lot of ghee, which is, part of the butter. So this is halim, and I think you're gonna like it. It reminds me of some of the things that I've eaten before. You can eat that again if you want some rice, or you can use some of towards the bread. And then anything that seems spicy, you're gonna cut it with a yogurt. So this is just yogurt and carrots, and it was supposed to be cilantro, but we ended up with parsley. We grabbed the wrong thing, so we didn't have enough cilantro, but it's still gonna cut it. And then there's just some plain yogurt. So anything that's too spicy, you're going to do that. So where are we at on our list?
Dessert.
Dessert. And what's the name of my dessert?
Shirko. Korma.
All right.
Yes, it's
So what is it, Bill?
good.
Read it to me.
Milk with dates in Persian.
Yeah. So it's almonds, it is dates, it is
delicious.
pistachios, and then it's vermicelli, which is very, very, very fine pasta. And what's interesting, you don't boil the pasta, you actually fry it in butter.
Oh,
And then put it into the milk, and then that's what it thickens in there.
So good.
Oh,
I had no idea that was, like, I kept reading vermicelli and I thought,
it's at my, that's my alarm to check you in for the flight tomorrow.
Okay, no, and that cookies.
so isn't that cool? It's,
The bakery.
now I recognize the vermicelli. that
you would have never guessed it. When you had a guessing game,
never
you had to
guessed.
guess.
Oh, Victor, how you doing? Good, how are you? Good to see you. Staying out of trouble? I keep seeing your picture in the paper like every week. Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah.
Welcome.
And we're going for this one. Ready?
Hi.
What ideas you have for deer camp? Yeah, oh yeah.
Excellent.
Hello.
So,
Everything we do. Except chicken wings.
good job.
Plates here, silverware,
Hi, Victor. How you doing?
the
Huh?
deck
Huh?
in the garage here, and the dining room, whatever you're comfortable doing. All right.
So good. Oh, thank you.
And there are some cookies as well.
Oh, yes, and the cookies, the cookies.
Those are from the best bakery in India.
Everything is so beautiful and colorful and